Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Coach Chris coming at you at 3:55 p.m. on Thursday, September 5th, 2024. Markets closed about an hour ago. I was just trading a little after hours and doing some journaling and coming at you with a recap of today. And what a day it was. The chart you're looking at there is a 5-minute chart of the MNQ, the Micro NASDAQ 100, September 2024 contract. Believe it or not, we're going to be rolling contracts here in a couple weeks. And so you talk about wild and woolly, wait till contract expiration hits you in the face. It can be really, really tricky trading. Combine that with FOMC coming up. We're in for a couple, I think, of real gangbuster weeks. And then you have FOMC, the election. We got some stuff coming that's going to really, really rock the markets, I think. So the markets are still open for another 5 or so minutes, so you may see some activity over here. This thermometer bar may change color, and you'll see this indicator may go up and down, but it's only going to be open another 5 minutes. What I've done is I've squeezed this in to cover from the New York open here on this candle to the New York close right here on this candle. Both green candles, by the way. But in between, man, oh man, did we have a wild and woolly one today. We did have news at 7:30. In fact, we had a bunch of news all morning. I believe this is the 7:30 candle right here. Yeah, you can see this big candle with this long wick to the upside. You'll see here this band here with this shadow area that wraps around our red basis line. This will expand and contract based on the volatility in the market. You'll see like here where it narrows way down and then we get the open and see how that band expands, that cloud, way till we get up here where we got huge volatility, huge candles. That was looks like around 10 this morning. So you'll see how that reacts to what the market is doing. And then the red basis line is the area where the price action wants to revert to. You notice here, like, see how far away it's getting from that red basis line? Once it gets too far extended, it really wants to get back. And you can see, like, here it got up to there, and you can see how it reverted here way back. Same here. This was prior to the news, came down nice, and then that big candle. But let's just talk about the actual market, the New York session, because, I mean, like I say, it was wild and woolly. This is the AccuTrader system, this cloud, the candle color, the basis line, these bars down here indicating the direction of the market, and then this other, I call it the thermometer, but this meter here, which gives you an indication of not only the direction, but also the strength of the move in that direction. But you can see here, right at the New York open, I'm going to move this candle back so we can see what's happening. This symbol here is the entry signal to take a trade. And you can see here, right at the open, it had a huge push up. So really, no matter where you entered on this candle, you ended up with a huge trade. I'll do some measuring in a second, but I just want to go over, is this set for long? I can't remember. Yeah. So this is the trade tool. I'm just going to put it there. Remember, we put our stop loss at the edge of the cloud, okay? Which in this case is right down there. It would have been a 61-point stop. This is the MNQ, so each contract goes for $2 a point. So the maximum loss you would have ever taken on this trade is $120. When you're trading for prop firms, it's very important that you control your risk. Well, not only prop firms, like when I trade in my cash account, I want to know what I'm risking before going in the trade. You're not going to risk $100 to make 25. You know what I mean? You got to have make some sense whether you're trading your own account or a prop account. So in this case, we had a 61-point stop loss. So we want to get at least 1-to-1 with our trade. And in the case of this system, I'm looking more for 1.5, 2, or maybe more to 1, okay? And it all depends on what stage of your trading career you're on, what your risk tolerance is, and a lot of other things. And as you get more experienced with it, you will be able to do more things. Well, you can easily see we far exceeded our target right on that first 5-minute candle. This red X you'll see right here above this second 5-minute candle, that is a take profit recommendation that the algo fires off. And it will actually, if the trade is big enough, fire off multiple take profits. But that when that first one fires, that is the recommended first take profit. So I'm just going to measure this out when that comes back on. Where's the button I'm looking for? Not that one, this one here. Let's just see ultimately where this trade would have gone. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow, what a banger. 230 points. Now, no one's going to hold a trade, get in perfectly, hold it, perfectly. If you'd have taken it at the first take profit recommendation, you had anywhere from 90 to 100 points wherever you entered, which still, with one mini or micro contract at $2, that's 180 to 200 bucks in less than 10 minutes. 15 if you held to this candle here, okay? Then the next level up was 200 points. So, as you get more advanced as a trader, you can, what I recommend is, say you're trading 2 contracts in a case like this. Once your first take profit is hit, as long as it's 50 or more points, then what you do is you take profit on that first contract, you move your stop loss up to break even. You've now locked in your $100, and the rest is all gravy from that point on in the trade. So in a case like this, you lock in $100, you pick up another 200. Now you got a $300 trade in an hour maybe. So that was the initial trade right at the open at 8:30. It peaked out around 9:30-ish, right in this area here. I'm going to get this off the screen so that doesn't keep flashing on. So about an hour, it was going almost straight up. And that move again from the open was approximately 250 points, okay? Then it was like at about 9:30-ish, it was like the bottom fell out of this thing. There was some different news coming out. I didn't follow all of it, but it was really strange how the market behaved. And I mean, in a matter of 1-2 candles, that was a 100-point drop. I honestly thought we were going to have a day like we did a couple days ago where this thing just went vertical. I really did. The way that this thing shot out of a cannon, I figured, well, it's off to the moon here. And boy, was I wrong. 2 big trades, and I actually caught, I can't remember if it was his first candle, by accident, mind you. I was in a different kind of a trade. I was in an order block trade, and I can't remember if it was this one or that one, but I picked up another really nice trade to the downside. When I caught most of this initial move here, and then I was kind of waiting on the sidelines because we did have a fairly substantial pullback here and then another push up, and I was waiting to see what was going to happen. And then I got the order block trade, caught most of that. Then we got below the basis line, which really, really surprised me. And I'll be darned if we didn't get a sell signal. I was so surprised, and this would have been 70 points, plus a huge stop loss here. We had way up to the edge of the cloud at that point was 100 points. Granted, on either of these trades, we never took any heat at all, meaning the trade never went negative. This one almost came back to break even, and I had my finger on the trigger because when I get into a trade, I like the trade to immediately go in my direction. Now, it doesn't have to go 100 points immediately, but I like to see it go at least 5 to 10 points and hang out. But what we had what I call bar coding, and that's when you have candles of about equal length and they're just going back and forth. So we had this big up candle, retracement, big up candle, retracement. And it was going back and forth like that for about 15, 20 minutes. And I figured, well, we missed the biggest part of this move. But then all of a sudden, right over here, 20, 25 minutes later, boom, this thing took another drop of 100 points. I mean, it was really surprising for a total move of 150 points. So, I mean, it was lights out. I mean, 1 hour, 150. 2 to 3 hours, another 150. I mean, it was wild and woolly. And so then we consolidated for quite a while in this area. Price did get above this this red basis line, and then we had a stop out, a break-even trade here. Went up. How many points is this? 29 points in 5 minutes, and then immediate. Whoops, what is this? Immediately pulled back right to our point of entry, and I just got out there. So, and then we had another weird trade here. It was kind of a head fake, and it went up 40-some points, but then it retraced, and then in a candle, it actually stopped us out on the second candle. Not for a huge loss. I think the loss was maybe $50-$60 per contract. 40 to 45 if you didn't take profit there. But then immediately we got triggered into a buy. This is at now 20 minutes to 1 Central Daylight Time, and it was a nice little trade. You can see there's the red candle. We had a almost 100 points to the upside with a very, very minimal risk profile, 32 points roughly. But it happened very quickly, so in the matter of 15 minutes, boom, you made your profit. Really nice little trade. This is the kind of trade I like. You get in it, boom, you make your 40 to 50 points, get out, and then reset and wait for the next trade. And then you can see here what happened was, let's go get this box right here. This thing consolidated and stayed in a range until just after 2 o'clock, 2:10. Okay, it just went completely sideways, and that range from top to bottom was a 42-point range. Very, very difficult to trade. I advise never, when you see that kind of pattern, stay away, because first of all, you're never going to time it right. And it really isn't going anywhere, okay? If you think about where it actually went, I'm going to move this down to get them off those wicks. I'll put them at the body of the candle. So you can see, other than that, let me move this up just a little bit more here. So you can see we didn't go anywhere. Yeah, we had pops up and pops to the down, but it's impossible to time that. And this happens so fast in real time, it's stay away from that kind of consolidation. All you're going to do is burn up commissions. I'm going to get rid of this. That's the close, that candle there. All you're going to do is burn commissions, and if you get caught on the wrong side of something like that, that can be a big loss. And then look what happens at 2:10 in the afternoon. We get triggered into a big downswing. So from right there to there, a nice 75-point move. And then, okay, so there was the take profit. You'll notice on the downs, on the sells, it's a green take profit. On the buys, it's a red take profit. So from, depending on where you got into the trade, boom, 45 to 50 points probably. Nice stop loss. We never were threatened in any way. That is, no matter where you entered on this candle, you really never got any heat on it or got threatened in any way. But then what really surprised me, so that was 5, 10, 15 minutes maybe. Really, like I said, when I get in a trade, I like it to go fast, and this one didn't disappoint. Then it retreats back way above the basis line, and look at these two candles. I hate this pattern with a passion, because when it's forming, it really can fake you out, and I just don't like it. So it went up, little wick to the top, and then immediately reversed, came right back down to where we were. I mean, it was just crazy. So now we're kind of nearing the end of the market, and I wasn't sure what kind of shenanigans they were going to pull on us or if our market movement was done. But look what they did. At 20 minutes to 3, they start moving this up. Now, I didn't take this trade. I don't like getting into trades this close to the close, because if I'm trading on Top Step, they will close any open positions at around 10 or 15 minutes after. They don't want you trading after the New York close. Other firms will let you trade right up into 4 o'clock, some of them, Central Time, but not with Top Step. So remember that, because you don't want them closing your position on you if you're on the wrong side of it. So if anybody did take this trade, it was a little over 30 points in it, mainly in that one. And then after hours, I was messing around with something else. So we had a big reversal, pulled back, and then look at this thing. It got up almost to this wick, way up to here. Let me just measure this out. This is now 15 minutes after the close, and this candle was a 120-point candle. It pushed way up, swept liquidity up to the top side, and then reversed 120 points. Crazy, crazy day. Now, we've got huge, huge news again tomorrow morning, so we may be in for another wild and woolly one, which I hope we are. I mean, this is what this algo and indicator is made for, this kind of a trading environment. Be careful if you're trading this on the 1 minute, because you could be in big, big trouble. This market turns on a dime, and we're making big, big moves here. So really, really, really was a fun day for me. I did probably 80% good, maybe 20% bad. I was also trading the ES, and I did really good on the ES. I don't normally trade it, but the movement we were getting today was really sweet. And I did take one big loss, and I don't remember when. I think it was during this time. I can't remember. $100, but it was no big deal because I was already up 300. Yeah, I made the 300 on this, and then I didn't see this coming. I saw a reversal or a little bit of a pullback, but I didn't see it to that extent. So I just closed a position with a 100-point loss. or $100 loss. I was still up 200 anyway, and then I made back that loss and more the rest of the day. So really, really appreciate all of you guys. If anybody is interested in picking up the system, I mean, it's at a great price. One of these trades, you're going to more than pay for it. So, hopefully the first day you own it, one of these trades, trading one micro, it'll basically pay for itself. So really appreciate you all. See you sometime tomorrow, which is Friday, and looking for another wild and woolly one. So you all take care. Talk to you soon.